Today we will learn how you can automatically create a registrant in GoToTraining from Google Sheets. So let's say you want every time new details are added in Google Sheets, your registrant should be created in GoToTraining. So we are going to automate this entire process using Pabbly Connect. Let's take a look as to how we do it. To automatically create a registrant in GoToTraining from Google Sheets, let us first go to Pabbly's website. You can see the landing page of Pabbly. On the top right, you can see two options, sign in and sign up free. Well, if you sign up free, you will get free tasks every month. So do not forget to sign up. Since we already have an account, we will just sign in. Pabbly Connect. Okay, it's loading. On top right, you will see a create workflow button. It will ask you to name. We will simply write Google Sheets to GoToTraining. Now it will show you two windows, trigger and action. Trigger is when this happens, action says do this. So our entire automation process would work on these two steps, trigger and action. Let us understand this with the help of an example. A trigger can be when a payment is made, an action can be send a confirmation message to the user. In our case, a trigger can be whenever a new row is added or updated in Google Sheets. The action can be create a registrant in GoToTraining. So let us begin and use Google Sheets as our trigger application. For the trigger event, we will take new or updated spreadsheet row. Now you will see it has generated a webhook URL like this. So a webhook URL is basically a link that connects two applications. So we are going to copy this webhook URL, follow these steps as to know how we are going to set up this URL in Google Sheets. So I'll take you to my Google Sheets. This is the Google Sheets. So these are my details, first name, last name, email. So I want whenever the data is added here in Google Sheets, a registrant should be created here in GoToTraining. So coming back to our Google Sheet here, on the top you will see extensions button. Just click there. Come down to Pabbly Connect Webhooks and then click on Initial Setup. Okay, so now in the webhook URL, remember this webhook URL here that we have copied. So we are going to paste this URL here. For the trigger column, we are going to use column C, the last column, as our trigger column. So what will happen is the moment any information gets added in this column, in column C, Pabbly will capture the details of the entire row. Okay. So now let us just click on send test. And you will see test data has been sent successfully. Okay. I'll show you here in Pabbly. Pabbly has captured the response. We'll come back to this a minute later. Let me again take you to my Google Sheets. The same Google Sheet where I integrated with Pabbly. Again, we will go to extensions. Again, we will go to Pabbly Connect Webhooks. But this time, instead of initial event, we will click on send on event. So from now, what will happen? The moment a new row gets added here in this Google Sheet, Pabbly will capture the response. Okay. So now you will see the response that was captured by Pabbly here. The first name demo, last name dummy, and email address is this. And since this is just for testing purpose, I have used such names. You can see the spreadsheet name as well. GoToTraining. You can see this, my spreadsheet here. And the columns and other details. So this means we have successfully integrated our Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect. Now on to our action step. So here we will select GoToTraining as our action application. For the action event, we are going to click on create registrant. So this endpoint is used for creating a registrant for a particular training. Let us click and connect. We will add a new connection and connect with GoToTraining. So here we are integrating Pabbly with GoToTraining. Earlier we integrated our Google Sheets with Pabbly. And since I was already logged into my GoToTraining account, I did not have to give my credentials. Here you can see there are various trainings that are created. So I'm going to select, I want to create a registrant for say PHP advanced course. So I'm going to click here. For the email, now we want these details. Email, first name and last name. So let us map. We'll go to Google Sheets and top you will see here email. But before we map in these details, you must be thinking where exactly are we getting all this data from. So for that, I will take you to step 1 when we integrated our Google Sheets with Pabbly, did a test submission and Pabbly captured this response, these details from the Google Sheet. So Pabbly has brought exactly same response here in our action step, and from that's how we are going to map it. So let's map the email from Google Sheets. Now comes the first name. You can see the first name here. Again, we are going to map the last name in a similar way. This is the last name. In case you have just one column as full name and you have first name and last name together, so you can just add a step in between and use text formatter to split the name into first and last name. Okay. Now we have mapped in all these details. Before we click on save and send test request, I would like to tell you something about mapping. So these mapped in fields, like you can see over here, email, first name and last name, these mapped in fields from next time will automatically be updated. So what will happen is next time a new row is added here in Google Sheets. So here in go to training, these mapped in fields like email, first name and last name will automatically pick the new details, the new data, and you will not have to do it manually. So now let us just click on save and send test request. And you will see we have received the response here. The join URL, it has generated for the training and registrant key as well. So now let me take you to my go to trainings account to see if this person has been added as a registrant over there. This is my trainings account. And if I'll scroll down and click on this course, so you will see this is a PHP advanced course. It has 2 registrants. Let me quickly refresh this first. Okay, I'm refreshing this. And now you will see more courses that were added. So here is the PHP advanced, and now you will see earlier there were just 2 registrants and now there is a third one. So let's click on that, the number, and you will see demo dummy has been added as a registrant here. So this means we have successfully integrated our Google Sheets and Go to Training using Pabbly Connect. I hope this video was helpful for you. For more such videos, you can subscribe to our channel on YouTube. For further queries, you can visit forum.pabbly.com, and you can also check our pricing details at www.pabbly.com.